And now Katie Lee popped in from her show, The Kitchen, to our kitchen to turn that cake into not one, but two desserts.
You know, I feel like I'm a single lady, so if I make a cake, you know, I wind up with all this cake left. You know, the most is I'm maybe making it
Katie,
for
we
a
know
date,
you.
but-
There's no cake left in Katie's house. She's so full of it.
Maybe.
All right, let's pretend that there was a little
All right,
cake
there's
left.
a little bit left. Okay, so I like to make trifles. Trifles are one of my favorite things to make.
You know why I like trifles? Because they can be messy. And that's one of the
Exactly.
reasons I don't do a lot of baking.
Exactly.
It's too uptight for me.
I'm not good at icing.
Yeah,
like,
right.
if I try to make a you know, pretty fancy dessert, mine looks like a fourth grader did it.
The angriest I've ever been was the year I tried to make Christmas cookies with all the stupid icing drawings on them and stuff.
And it's messy everywhere.
Oh, it's awful.
So a trifle, you can be messy, and it actually looks good.
It looks
So
sexy. Yeah.
we're gonna make a chocolate-orange trifle.
Yum.
I love chocolate and orange together. It's such good flavor
too,
combination. And we're also gonna toast some coconut and almond to go in there. So with the trifle, I usually like to put some kind of like crumbled up candy or nuts or something so that it has a little bit
Texture,
of extra flavor.
right?
Yeah, and texture. Like you get that little bit of crunch.
Crunch.
Yeah, it's all about the crunch. Okay, so I've got some almonds too. So we'll just put those right on there, and then this goes into the oven for a few
Want me to pop
minutes
it in?
and toast. Yes,
Okey-doke.
thank you.
Sure.
And I've got one over here that's already been done. You let it cool down. So
Oh,
that it
I
doesn't
found
heat up
Mark's
the whipped
extra
cream.
vegetables from about an hour ago.
Oops.
I was like, gee, what smells?
They're probably done.
Figured it out.
How many times have you done that? I've done that so many times.
All the time.
Oh my
Okay.
God, please. I set bread on fire, please. All right, go ahead. I'll pay more attention to your coconut.
The chocolate whipped cream. I've got some cream here that I've already whipped up, and I'm gonna add to it just some cocoa powder. Use some good quality cocoa powder and some confectioner's sugar. So the powdered sugar is a good idea because that way, you know, you don't get grains of sugar in there. It just goes right in. And you just whip it, whip it, whip it. It's a little bit messy. I'm gonna use a spatula and fold it in so that it gets all combined. You know, you can also use puddings for trifles. Like if you want to just use like a pudding mix, you can do that. Or, you know, I won't tell if you use the pre-made whipped cream stuff. I do that sometimes, and I'll fold in a little bit of sour cream so that it's not too
So
sweet.
it looks like it.
Yeah,
it
and
tastes
then I
like
feel
you
like I
made it.
did something.
Hey, Julia Child always said, only a cook
Take
knows
some
what happens in their
shortcuts.
kitchen.
Exactly. You don't have to tell anybody. If you don't tell, nobody knows. So that's one of my secrets. Okay, so this looks good. Just make sure all the cocoa powder's nice and whipped into that whipped cream. Now you take your cake and you just cut it into chunks. So this part's really easy too. And I just like to take it and cut it into like cubes. You could also do slices. And if you don't want to make a cake, you can also just go buy a cake.
You buy a pound.
Don't
You can
tell,
buy a
right?
pound cake.
Don't tell
Just
anyone.
skip over Jocelyn's whole thing.
Forget me.
Just go buy.
Forget me, guys.
Saying like, you know, if you run out of time.
Just
and you
go
need-
buy a pound cake and dump a
Don't get
bunch
rid
of
it. I
liquor.
mean, what do you mean? I want to use this. Oh my God.
Well, you should make the cake.
It's okay, honey.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
No disrespect.
But my mom
It was
used
like
to do
if
that
you're
back
in
in
a
the
hurry.
day. My mom
you know?
would always have a pound cake in the freezer. She'd defrost it, dump a bunch of liquor on it, and that was dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a pound cake's so versatile, or a bundt cake like this. You know, you could take this and make like a French toast with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
heads
You
up,
could make
girl.
cake
You
pops.
need enough left for that ice cream
Oh,
cake.
okay.
So
I'm
stop
getting carried
kidding.
away. I'm getting carried away. All right, so let's build our trifle. So these trifle dishes are so pretty. You can get these at a dollar store.
Oh, they're so
Yeah,
cheap.
they're
I
so
don't know,
cheap.
I don't know about $1, but you see them in those in the restaurants.
I don't know where she's shopping, but that's okay.
For $1, but the dollar store has other things.
Yeah, that's true. Lower
You know.
price things.
Yeah. Okay, so now gonna put some of our whipped cream on there
Yeah.
and spread it around.
Or
And-
sour cream beat into store-bought pudding.
I'm giving away all my secrets today.
Does she
You
know
all
she's on
come to
television?
dinner.
She's giving away her secrets.
I know.
They're recording this.
They are?
She's gonna go
Yes.
back
Are we
to the
on
kitchen and
TV?
they'll be like, "What's up, Katie?"
All right, so
Hey,
a
the
little
kitchen
bit of
just
this.
had a big anniversary, right?
We
It's your
did.
100th episode,
Oh,
right?
very cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I can't believe it. We are so lucky. We are just so lucky with that show. We've had so much fun, and it's just great. So, okay, so you keep layering it and you keep going and going, and then it comes out like this. You want to put it in the refrigerator for a
So it
few
sets
hours
up a
at
little.
least so that it sets up.
Lovely.
And, you know, you can put it in overnight, so it's great if you're having people over for dinner, and then you just whip this out for dessert. And then I like to take an orange and zest it on the
Put a
top.
little more zest on top.
Yeah, you know, this just gives you like a little extra kick of flavor. And I think when you're having something heavy like whipped cream, to be able to lighten it up with a little bit of
citrus,
acid,
yeah.
it really, really helps. And then I dust it with cocoa powder so that it looks really pretty.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's syrup some up.
There you
Yes,
go,
and
baby.
now for the eating.